up, Jam?
Hey guys, welcome to Mama and today podcast we decided that we wanted to sit down and play games and do like a podcast sort of thing where we can talk about whatever we want and call like I don't know what to call it, like a chill session.
Chill time.
Chill time with bros.
With bros, yeah.
Chill time with bros.
Bro chill time.
So we're just gonna be like talking while we play. Well, right now I'm any game, but right now I'm playing Forza Motorsport 7. And we're gonna be racing each other as we talk. So I guess we can just get started.
Oh, and I first want to point out that I suck at this game, and I don't think I've ever actually played this. So
yeah, I like this is on my Xbox, and I would always play this, and I play it with my friends. So Frog is just gonna be sort of like, you know, trying his best.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep crashing.
How do you click select car? Like, does it work? I assume this is split screen.
Can I pick any?
Wait. Are we on split screen? We're not on split screen. I was on single player. Okay, so now we're on split screen. How do you set up race? Race setup.
I'll just select car, whatever you car.
Whatever you car. Okay, so I played this like a bunch, and I'll do the same thing over and over again. Today, I started playing this again, and I like this car, so I'm gonna use it. So you choose yours.
What car was it? Oops.
This is in my garage, so... Oh, what?
Oh, 2-player sign in. Okay, sign in.
So, the first topic we plan to talk about was about one of my favorite games ever. It's, to this day, it is my favorite game. Ghost Recon Wildlands. It is my favorite game. It is great. I loved playing it. I finished the game, and I just love it so much. And then, recently, I found out that Ghost Recon BREAKPOINT was coming out, which is the new one.
Ooh,
the open
excited.
beta. I was so excited. I was ready for the open beta. I was waiting for like a month or something. I was waiting a long time, ready for this. And it came out finally in an open beta, and I got the code thingy. So I decided to play it. Super excited when it started to work. Opened up the game, and it was just the worst. It was the biggest disappointment compared to the last game. It was horrendous. I would use the word horrendous. It was the worst. It was like a game from 2010, and
It was basically a step back.
I would not recommend.
If I saw the two games next to each other, I'd say Breakpoint was the one before Wildlands was even thought of.
It was... Okay, you can choose your car.
Okay.
So, first off, obviously it was buggy, so I just want to get out of the way. Open beta, obviously everything's buggy in open beta, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
However...
But it was overly buggy.
It was overly buggy, so I don't know if that's just because of the open beta, but it was ridiculous. The quality of the textures, the graphics...
Yeah, and just to be clear, we played this on the Xbox One original. So we don't know if maybe it's just the Xbox.
But the other Ghost Recon was fine.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's just absolutely awful. Like, unplayably bad.
So, I went on, the textures are like, okay, this doesn't look great. Has the cutscenes, it's like, okay, this is, like, starting off in a helicopter, same as, like, the last one. And then it starts, and I'm like, this looks, like, surprisingly bad. Like, those textures and everything just looks like, what's the word, like, polygonal? Like, everything looks like shapes. Shapes. And the
Polygons
fire...
were just, like, there was barely any polygons on any textures. The guns, all the, like, the scopes and everything had, like, only, like, 4 edges instead of, like, an actual circle, which was insane. And it was just awful.
And the fire on... Spoilers, I guess. But, the helicopter crashes, right? And there is fire. And it is the worst looking fire
Ever.
I have seen since, like... I just crashed instantly. Since, like, 20... It looks worse than... I don't understand how that happened.
It looks like it was from, like, the first Tomb Raider. It's that old. I don't think you've played the.
Yeah, I
Tomb
have no
Raider.
idea what that is.
Okay, it's fairly old now, the first one, but the textures and stuff for the time look great, but like for now it just looks terrible. It's like even Minecraft was only slightly worse. Pixel dudes.
I love how we said that I play this a lot more than you, and you're ahead of me.
Yeah,
Although this
I did
car
pick
actually really
the,
sucks at like handling.
Isn't this car like meant for like super fast?
Yeah, this car actually really sucks at handling. It's like really bad. But so I'm there playing the tutorial, right?
Yeah.
I get into it. I'm getting into it. It's like, sure, the graphics are sort of bad, but whatever. I get to the point where it's time to pick up my first like gun other than the starting one. I pick it up, and I'm like, okay, so how do I equip it? And it doesn't tell me. So I spend the next like 2 minutes figuring out how to do it. And I had played the last game, so I can't imagine what would happen to people who haven't played the last game. I had to figure out to go on the menu and equip it like that.
Because in the tutorial, it doesn't tell you how to. It tells you how to do really dumb things.
Like,
but
this
it
is
just
how
doesn't
you
tell you.
This
how
is
to
how
do
you
the
aim
basics.
and walk forward. Except it didn't tell me how to equip the gun until like after I had to use the gun.
Yeah. It's
So
just weird.
it was just really weird, and once
all the clipping glitches, like whenever your character was on the ground, it was never actually flat on the ground. It was either glitching through or it was slightly hovering. Always.
yeah, I feel like that was kind of just like a thing they decided to do, except it just didn't look great.
Like, you remember the stealth in the
Yeah, there was
grass?
a new feature, like you can crouch prone in mud and then you like hide in the mud.
Except you just glitch through the mud.
I really hate this car. You'd glitch through the mud, like you weren't submerged in the mud, they were just half your body was clipping into the ground.
Yeah, and like the backpack just sort of disappears underground.
And once I finished the like tutorial quests and stuff, and once it was like, okay, this is the end, buy the game now, it like I decided to look around. The map, it was just horrible. It was like the
Yeah.
rocks looked like triangles. They didn't look like rocks. They looked like
Yeah, and all the
grey triangles.
decorations of the place, the only like a few locations actually had any decorations like plants or anything. Everything else was just flat rocks, and that's it, or like a bit of dirt.
It just
You know?
wasn't like
It looked awful. It didn't look like a beta or an alpha. It looked like a bare test run.
it didn't look like a professional had made it.
No, it looked like a couple of people made it in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not great.
It didn't, and for the expectations of games these days, it doesn't seem like a new game by a big company like Tom Clancy.
Yeah, it's tiny. I don't know what I'm saying.
Just it's tiny.
I'm concentrating too much on the driving.
Cause like, you've been sort of into like coding and making games and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously it is like difficult, but they're a company, they should be able to do this like stuff, right?
Yeah, I can make a better map, like scenery, than what they have in like maybe a month, and they've had way more time.
And a huge company and a big
and they
team.
have people dedicated to each part, and it just seems like they're not doing their job.
We don't know like their team. We don't know
Yeah, and people hate
like what they like. We don't know how much budget they had or anything. So maybe they didn't have a big budget and maybe they had a small team or something.
But even if even if they had to delay it a bit, people don't like delays, but they'd rather delay than a bad game being pushed out because people, expect it on the date.
I just realized that there are 10 laps.
Doesn't matter.
My controller's gonna go flat.
It should last long enough.
Okay. Okay. Next
Just
topic.
thinking
I
about
guess.
the game.
So
No, also, there's a couple other things.
Okay, yeah.
Like, the voice acting, although they definitely used people who knew what they're doing, but it's like they were given the lines but not told what situation they were in. Like, there was people, like, standing up in a fairly calm place, and they're just, like, casually talking. But it's like they weren't told that, so they were sort of, like, half yelling
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and seeing you, like, really angry and nervous and stuff.
You've nearly lapped me. I really hate this car, actually. Like, I strongly dislike it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. And then...
Some things just, like, didn't make sense. So, like, there was a hideout in a
yeah.
mountain range, except it's like, okay, we're keeping this away from the bad guys. Like, they don't know where we are. Except on the way up on the path, there were bad guys, like, protecting it. Like, you had to avoid the
and
guards
also, if it's
station.
it's so secretly hidden past, like, the actual, like, leaf barrier
Cave
thingy.
thingy.
Yeah, but outside there's literally helicopters and stuff that in plain view where anyone would see them and be like, oh,
Yeah, it's like
there's
this
a reason
huge,
why they're
like,
there.
like, overhang thingy where there's...
A hole in it. And
Yeah.
If you're in a helicopter or a plane, you just see it instantly. And then...
And it was really disappointing because I was looking forward to that game because
Yeah.
I still haven't changed my mind. Like, Ghost Recon Wildlands is still my favorite.
And also, so far for the intro story, it just doesn't seem like there's much of a story at all, and none of it made sense.
Well,
Like, when
I,
you went-
I would disagree.
Okay, sure. Wait, can I say what I say first?
Yeah, you say.
So, when you first go to the cave, you walk in, and they put up their guns and stuff, and they're like, oh no, we don't want to let you in, who are you, drop your gun or whatever. You like, lower your arm with your gun in it. They're just like, okay, come in. Like, if you've got 50 people aiming a gun at you, of course you're going to put your gun down. Even if they're bad people, why would you just let them in and be like, oh yeah, you must
That's
be the
not
guy?
the story writing.
Well, they could have made more sense than that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So what were you going to say about it actually being okay? See,
Like, the idea of there being, like, an island, right, that has this leader that's really far in technology.
Yeah, like the actual general
Yeah, the
story.
general plot, I actually really
I like that. It's a good idea.
And the futuristic drones and stuff, because it's actually kind of becoming a reality.
Yeah. I just don't like the little details they've done it. Like, it
Yeah.
just doesn't feel... Not just not realistic, but just... Like,
It doesn't
it's not
sit
been-
right.
Like, it just didn't plan. Like, they didn't plan it at all. They was like, okay, we need to get in the cave. Okay, go.
With Ghost Recon Wildlands, I feel like we should get out of this topic. We've been talking about it
Okay,
enough.
sure.
But, like, the Ghost Recon Wildlands, it was such a simple plot line. Like, it didn't need anything except for there's, like, I don't really remember. It was quite a while ago. I think there's the
It was
terrorist
simple, but it
group.
made sense.
Yeah, there was, like, the drug cartel.
Yeah. and
I
you
think
just,
at the beginning it was about, like, the terrorist group. I don't know. I can't remember.
The general thing was you just have to shut down all the drug lords.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
But all the little details, like when you actually hunt them down and when you're doing when there's little cutscenes and stuff, everything that happens makes sense. Like you walk in, the bad guy sees you, starts running. Like
Yeah.
that makes sense. They don't like talk to you for a bit and then start like jankily glitching through a wall or something. You know?
Which proves that they can be good at making games and stuff.
Yeah. So either it's a massive problem on Xbox when it was the thing, or it was just an awful beta and they're gonna fix it, or it's just gonna be terrible. So, I mean, either way, I mean the gun play and everything, the actual shooting and everything was fairly similar to just Wildlands.
Yeah.
Except some of the graphics for like the UI for the guns, it looked a little bit silly.
Like, the graphics, like, aren't... They're pretty dang good in Wildlands, but they're not the best. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
It wasn't...
But it was much worse than what it was in Wildlands.
Yeah, it's worse in Breakpoint than Wildlands, which makes no sense.
And
They've
it
gone
was
backwards.
I felt like it was running slower as well. Like, it was actually a lower FPS, even though...
That would just be to do with the open beta, I think.
Possibly, yeah.
And the, like, Xbox.
Yeah.
But, whatever. It's disappointing more than,
a
like,
thing.
annoying, but whatever.
Okay, next topic. Star Trek news.
No.
Alright, what else can we talk about?
I was going to talk about, like, the series on this channel, our plans and stuff,
Okay, yeah.
and how I edit and stuff. I don't know, stuff like that.
Alright, what's that?
So, obviously right now, the first thing uploaded will be the Minecraft video.
Yep, our new, only.
Yeah, the survival series with the tree of safety and stuff.
Yep.
So that's going to be a series we're hoping to continue, and soon we're on school holidays.
So that means we'll have loads of time to record episodes
Because that first episode has taken me almost a week. Well, yeah, like a week to edit.
A little bit over a week to edit.
Because I put a lot of effort into it. I was
Yeah.
trying to make it like the best I could.
And I think it came out pretty good, but we'll
And-
find out in the comments, I guess.
And so yeah, that means I edit. And we've got like okay computers and stuff. We're hoping.
Oh, let's talk about that. The computers.
Okay, sure.
Alright, so my computer, when I got it built earlier this year, it now has like an i7 and
Which we've had for ages because we've been trying to save up for a computer.
yeah, we've had the parts for it, but we never put it together.
We've had the i7 and the motherboard for quite a while now.
Yeah, for ages.
And the RAM, I think.
But it was only earlier this year that we're able to put it in, and so now when I put it together, it was an i7 7700K with 16 gigs of Vengeance RAM and an old graphics card. I think it was a Radeon 7750 or something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the best, but it ran most games fairly well. Like it ran Battlefront 2 lower settings at about 50 FPS, so it was okay. But now I've upgraded to an RX 580, so now I'm pretty much set up for recording and streaming. But of course, you haven't had a computer. You've just had a.
I've had the laptop that I've been using for school and stuff because I'm
But
still.
now they've completely locked out, stuff, so you're unable to even use it for games, really. So, but now, I was able to get a little computer set up for him. Well, not little; it's bigger than mine.
A big computer that is worse, but
it has an i5 3570 or something in it, and I did try to overclock it, but it was just unstable and it was freaking out. And it's got the 7750 graphics card in it, and so now that's good enough so that we're both able to record games and stuff. Whereas before, the laptop had like an Intel R5Y30 or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was really bad. But yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so series. Like, what are we planning for series?
So we got the Minecraft, right?
Yep, and we're planning to go the full way through the game.
Yeah, we're planning to. That's our main series. This is going to be on the side, Chill Time with Bros, because apparently that's our official name now. I actually kind of like that, to be honest.
I guess, yeah. Unless we think of something better afterwards.
I like Chill Time with Bros.
Yeah, okay.
You won!
Oh, yay! Okay, and other series that we could be doing...
Is it automatically steering for me? I don't know. Anyway, what?
So some of the series I was thinking about was in Minecraft we could do different mod packs. So we could do like an ultra modded one which has like hundreds of mods, and as long as it runs we could try that and see if if that works.
Yeah.
Then we can do we can have like 1 million mods in there and just everything is changed. But we can do things like Pixel mod, so the Pokemon mod, which we've been thinking about.
Oh yeah, that's one I'm okay with.
Okay.
That's one I'm excited for.
And we can do just like basic ones like a hardcore series, which will probably be pretty short because we kind of suck, but yeah.
Because did you say Fortnite?
No. I haven't
Oh, what
said
did you
any
say?
other games.
What did you say?
I only said Minecraft mods and stuff. So we'll do Fortnite.
Maybe.
Sometimes, not too much. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't like it much, but I'll play it.
To be honest, I don't like it that much anymore.
Yeah,
But, like-
so we might play it a bit, but yeah.
I'm so confused which controller I'm using right now. Because it's up the top it says play 2. That makes sense. I haven't played this for a while. Anyway, what were you saying?
Alright, so what are other games that we're gonna play? Oh, we've got a new setup now that our Nintendo Switch is now connected where we can record it from our Xbox. So we can do a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild series. We could even just play some Mario Kart, stuff like that. What else? Games, Sully.
I don't know.
great podcast.
I don't know.
I don't know. Go to games and we'll have a look. And although you might not like it, I think we should do a couple full frame videos. Even if it's just like 2 videos.
Okay.
Let's see.
The Witness is great, except I'm not big brain enough to play that. It's about puzzles and stuff. I'm not very big brain.
Yeah. Oh, what about Red Dead Redemption? We could play that.
We could do that.
We could restart it and then do it from the beginning to end.
Or we could do like this with Chill Time with Bros. That would be...
Oh yeah, that can be on in the background. We can do that. Prison Architect. I can get it on PC and then we can both do it.
is there multiplayer for that?
I'm not sure.
There is a mod that you can get, but I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I have no idea. Just Cause 3, I guess we could play that. But maybe just like a background thing.
Yeah,
that's more
just
of like a visual game. Grand Theft Auto, we can play that.
Is that here?
Yeah. Forza, all the different Forzas. Call of Duty. Our newest one being
Black Ops 4. Which is probably my favorite.
We can go back and play Battlefield 1 if anyone's still playing that.
I don't think there's enough people playing it anymore. It's
That's the problem.
That's the problem with any online game, though. Because after a while, there's not enough people. If it's only online...
And the problem is, games like Battlefield 1, I don't think they're allowing bots or anything, so that they don't fill up your games. So you physically just can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Because I'd rather play against bots, and even if they're like weird bots that are glitchy and whatever, that's better than not being able to play at all.
How would I assign this controller to be number 1?
Another topic. Upcoming games?
I don't know any. Like, I don't know any at all.
Okay, so some upcoming games. Later this year, we have Star Wars, what's it called? Hold on, let me get you.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
He'll be back. But he's not black. What?
So I'm the one who usually plays this. I did this lose the last one because that was a horrible card, but can't blame it on stuff, whatever. He won, I lost. But I would always play this game, and I love drifting and stuff. It's the thing I do. The thing I do. I think that makes sense. Excuse my drifting skills, because it kind of sucks.
Wow.
I need 2 assists. No, not super easy.
Oh, just to add to some other series we could be doing, I might do a Skyrim one, but this time I'll try and make it not boring.
Yeah.
I'll try and make it exciting as I can, and it will be modded, so it won't just be the same thing everyone's seen over and over. So that'll be new.
Prisoner, you're awake.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna suck, but whatever. Ignore it. Okay, I haven't done this for a while, except for today. I used to do this all the time, but I haven't in like a year or something.
Okay, so the games that are coming out this has already come out, but The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, it's sort of like a really high graphics version of some of the older ones, and it looks good, but I'm not sure if it's worth getting just yet.
Breath of the Wild series. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I said when I was setting up when I said I was setting up. Of course, there's Ghost Recon, BREAKPOINT. Oh yeah, so there's Star Wars Fallen Order. So that's like a Dark Souls version of Star Wars. Which I think would be really cool. And that's on PC. There's also Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out. So I might get that on the Switch so we can record that.
What is it?
Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think that's gonna be multiplayer as well.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. The next Doom game, Doom Eternal, that's coming out.
I've never seen anyone play that except for you playing for like 2 seconds on the Switch.
Playing what? Doom?
Doom. You have it on the Switch, right?
Yeah, I have it on Switch.
Yeah.
We can record that if you want.
I've never seen anyone play that.
It runs pretty well.
It is.
It came out in 2016, and loads of people played it when it came out, and it's like a good benchmarking game, but no one else really plays it.
I'm sucking right now.
Yeah.
Whatever, just ignore me. It's about the talking. It's the chill time with bros. Chill time, not
Chill
drift
time with bros.
It's not try hard drift time. It's chill
with
time.
bros. We need that.
Just dance.
Oh yeah.
This one's gonna be
Just Dance
revolution.
2020.
It's gonna be revolutionary.
Isn't that the game of one of the old Just Dances? Just Dance Revolution or something?
Is it?
I think it might be.
I've never heard of it.
I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't get around that corner ever. It's too big.
There's a new Need for Speed game. Need for Speed Heat
Remember? Oh my god. Gosh.
on PS2.
The thing we would always rent from that video store.
Oh, the Wii game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Need for Speed on the Wii.
We'd never get up for school, except as soon as it was the weekend and we'd have Need for Speed on that Wii, we'd be up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and we'd literally fight over who was playing.
That was great.
Literally. It was whoever could wake up first, whoever could stay up the latest without being told off.
Wouldn't we all get told off at the same time? I just realized something.
What?
We're struggling of thinking things to say about us.
Yeah.
Why talk about us when we can talk about the aliens in Area 51 who just got released?
Oh my god, you're right. So,
Okay, so recently, the Area 51 raid was... We weren't there, obviously, because...
that happened. Yeah.
Actually, search it up right now, because there are lots of different sources about how many people went. Some are saying like 75, some are saying like 2,000.
Okay, let's see. Alright, so there's a bit of news on it. Oh, apparently not as many aliens.
What? There wasn't any aliens.
What? This is trash.
No. See, the problem is they knew when it was coming, so they transported the aliens out of there.
There were Naruto runners.
There were Naruto's runners.
Yep, they did. Someone did a Naruto. Can I speak? No. Yep, someone did it. I have a video right here. Just someone in the back.
Just like in the background of a news report. That's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it turned out it wasn't quite as
Just
epic.
admit it,
as,
memers and gamers. We failed.
Yeah.
We failed. We didn't successfully retrieve the aliens.
Okay, let's see.
I just realized our timer was paused for the past, like, ages.
Okay, so apparently 2 million people pledged to storm Area 51, which I actually don't think that's right. I think it was more than that.
How many?
It says on this 2 million people.
Yeah, it was
but-
2,600,000 at one
okay.
point. I think. I don't know. I saw this live stream.
So around 3,000 people turned up. I think they were just like...
There are lots of different sources. Are you sure? Might want to look into it more. Is it in a very...
Apparently it was just like guarded by some police officers and stuff. That was it. Yeah, apparently they were just like standing around.
Well, they weren't actually going to raid it ever, were they?
Well,
like,
yeah, I know.
Did anybody ever think that? Like, did anybody actually... Was
Oh,
anybody...
Yeah. I mean, people did actually try
Actual?
a couple weeks ago, yeah. These two guys.
Oh, yeah, those two guys. Yeah, I remember
some dudes, some idiots, went there a few weeks or something early, and they got arrested because they tried to get in. Like idiots.
Some memes just go too far sometimes, you know?
It's the most boring topic ever. We're not doing that.
I know.
It's just so random. It's so boring.
We literally just talked about Area 51.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Like, literally, like, it's just...
Well, yeah. Memes it's not really taken too far, because it wasn't really taken too far, was it?
Well, nobody actually did it, so it wasn't
People just joked about it for a few months. People turned up and we were just chilling there, probably.
Probably.
I don't think anyone actually got, like, arrested or anything for actually doing anything. I think it was just, like, a big, just gathering.
It wasn't too far, it was just too... much.
Yeah, it was probably a bit too against the government, we're going to overthrow the country type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably went a bit too far.
Smash like right now, guys, and at episode 100 of Chill Time with Bros,
oh my god,
we will overthrow the government.
Alright, sure.
If we get 10 likes on episode 100 of Chill Time with Bros, I pledge we will throw over the government. Is that a threat? Like, can we get arrested for that?
For legal reasons, we now
For
state...
legal reasons, that's the joke.
Wow. For legal reasons, we have to state that is a joke, and we will not overthrow the government, or try, or anything. Because we're normal people, not insane psychos.
So, Chill Time with Bros, what do you guys think? I think it's pretty
dank.
Pretty epic and dank. So, smash a like right now. And we
might continue.
We may or may not even upload this.
Yeah, so
I mean,
you won't see it. So it doesn't matter.
I mean, if you hear this, then you're probably...
gay. Just end it there.
End it there.